Today's talk is about the gut microbiome, one of the most important subjects when we're talking about optimal health, and that is this gut microbiome because so much research has come out over the last 3, 4, even 5 years, although the gut has been a central focus in holistic health and functional medicine. But right now, with the technology, the DNA PCR, advanced stool testing, as well as the knowledge and the research that has been evolving over the last few years, and the associations between the gut microbiome and metabolic issues such as elevated blood sugars, elevated lipids or cholesterol, inflammation, and immune system health. It's all tied in to this gut microbiome. So today we're going to go over the importance of the gut microbiome and why in functional medicine, integrative medicine, as well as holistic medicine, it's a major focus to improve gut health. The gut brain connection is so important. That is a major factor right now with cognitive issues advancing and increasing Alzheimer's disease. But way before Alzheimer's, we see cognition, cognitive deficits increasing. And there is this gut brain connection, especially with neurotransmitters. So let's get into the importance of the gut microbiome. We're going to wait just a minute to let people come on live here as I see that they're joining. But so far, we are waiting for a couple more people. I see that they're joining. So, the importance of the gut microbiome, number one, is with a optimal gut, including enough stomach acid, hydrochloric acid, enough digestive enzymes, we're going to be able to absorb and break down vitamins and minerals. So, the number one and the first reason why the gut microbiome is so important is the absorption of vitamins and minerals. Most importantly, or specifically, vitamin B12, biotin, vitamin K, other B vitamins, and other fat soluble vitamins, vitamin D, all require a very healthy gut, including not only the gut bacteria to be balanced, but also enzymes and hydrochloric acid. So, that is a very important reason. Also, when we see that there's an overgrowth of gut bacteria, now what's important to know when it comes to the gut microbiome is yes, there are pathogens. That's why when we see people don't wash their hands or they're not very clean, we can get a lot of these very pathogenic bacteria, such as E. coli or C. diff, and that comes about from taking antibiotics. Those are extreme pathogens, and yes, those are important to check for. They cause diarrhea and a loss of electrolytes. They're very, very important. But what we're talking about today and what we're emphasizing are normal bacteria that we call commensurate. They live in our gut normally, but when they become overgrown, they die off from these bacteria, such as Pseudomonas, Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, Methanoبacteria. These are all okay in a very low, almost non-detectable amount. But when they become overgrown, they can become inflammatory, especially when they start dying off. And that is what they call endotoxemia, the name of that lipopolysaccharides, LPS. But basically, what that means is when there's an overgrowth of even normal bacteria. And that's the important thing because many tests don't check for this normal commensurate microbiome, and also they don't give you the numbers because you want to know if they're overgrown. That's going to be a very much a contributor of inflammation, and many tests don't check for that. They're only checking for pathogens, and they don't give you a real number if they're overgrown, and that's what's really important. So, number one are the vitamins and minerals that are not being absorbed when the gut is not healthy. Number two is this increase in inflammation when there's an overgrowth of even normal commensurate bacteria. All right, so the third most important reason And this is also so crucial is and so important to get the right gut test, because there are also these commensurate, so-called symbiotic. They kind of live in our gut and they do good things as long as they're not overgrown. There are certain bacteria that have been associated with autoimmune conditions, such as Klebsiella, Prevotella, Citrobacter, and Proteus. So we want to specifically check for these species, and we want to also check if they're overgrown. Very, very important, because immune function, again, 70% of the immune system is in the gut. It's called the gut activated lymphoid tissue, GALT. 70% of our immune system is in the gut. That's why it's so important to have a healthy gut. So a very good test is going to pick up on these so-called okay bacteria, commensurate, opportunistic, meaning that they'll overgrow when they have a chance, and that's when they create issues such as inflammation that we just talked about, but also tricking the immune system. And again, they become kind of confusing for our immune system if they're overgrown, because there's a similar DNA structure with these particular autoimmune types of so-called commensurate or symbiotic bacteria. And then the next step of a very healthy microbiome is going to be involved in our liver detoxification, showing that gut liver connection, and especially with estrogen detoxification, which occurs in the liver. But we can check on a very advanced stool test what's called beta glucuronidase, an enzyme involved in glucuronidation, which just means that liver detoxification, especially these hormones, not only our own hormones, but hormones that we're getting from the environment in pesticides and plastics and other chemicals, need to be detoxified through our liver, and the gut is a major player in that. So an advanced test that shows this enzyme being elevated is a big clue that we need to work and support that phase 2 liver detoxification to help with estrogen removal and detoxification. Another important player is our digestion of proteins to make amino acids to help with our hormones and neurotransmitters, is very much involved in gut health. So that really affects our mood. Again, our gut microbiome, the good bacteria. And again, you want to be measuring the numbers of the good bacteria, and especially these specific types of good bacteria, such as Akkermansia or fecal bacterium, which we know produce these byproducts that are actually healthy for us, healthy for our brain. We're finding a gut brain connection with butyrate, a byproduct produced by fecal bacterium, which is very important for brain health and gut health. So these are very, very important reasons to really get the gut health optimized, and something that we're really focused in on here at South Florida Integrative Health Center. So if you have any further questions or you're interested in this advanced gut microbiome testing so we can improve your overall health, please reach out to us at South Florida Integrative Health Center. Our website is listed right here, www.sfihc.com. There's also a place there to make a 15-minute consultation to go over how we can help you, especially with this gut microbiome. All right, everyone, have a great, healthy day. Thank you for listening.